my skin so gorgeous. We thank the life gorgeous. Thank the life gorgeous. I love the life gorgeous. Its torso is so tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Life Gorgeous. My name is Craigers. This is where I share my magical life in hopes of improving your life. Special guest, a repeat guest, our old friend Allie Mac Kay coming up in mere moments. But first, the Timberwolves have won 5 straight games last night at home against San Antonio, 38 assists. I just want to talk about 2 players. Donte Julius is on fire. Quick release. Love his quick release. Shooting the lights out on threes. Fun to watch. I don't care really who starts or not. And I love Mike Conley, and he's playing well. So maybe Donte will come back in the starting lineup. Maybe not. He's not a true point guard. So I actually like Mike Conley handling the ball more. Rudy came back last night, played well, despite some foul trouble. The main guy I want to talk about is Julius Randle. He is playing well. I've always found him to be an interesting player. Very frustrated with him this year. I don't like turnovers. And when he penetrates and gets double teamed, he sometimes doesn't see the double team coming and gets stripped. Drives me up the wall. But he's playing so well right now. And let me try to explain it to you. Finchy loves him. He does things that a lot of players don't do. In the half-court offense, when you have a point guard who can break down the defense and get in the lane and then kick out, that's really good. Julius Randle's not a point guard, but he'll get the ball and he'll pound it down near the basket and create openings. He had 10 assists, I believe, last night. He's flirting with triple doubles every game now. Because he can break down the defense and kick out, that's advantageous to our offense. So he's playing well. He's playing well. And let's enjoy it. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he'll keep shooting him when he's open. He has to. Wolves are playing well. I don't know if they can move up to 6. I don't know, because I don't know if the Warriors are going to lose. But we are playing well. I love that Finchy's playing the 10-man rotation. I love seeing Jalen Clark and TJ. So it's a good time. We only have a few games left, about 18 games left. Maybe 19. It's exciting. Wolves on fire. Here now, my interview with the vivacious Allie Mac Kay. I am so ready to talk to my old friend Allie Mac Kay. I do so much sports. I love it. It's exhilarating. It's a roller coaster following a team, the Timberwolves and the Vikings. But I need to get out of that for a moment and talk the life gorgeous, food and wine and television and hiking. And you're in Vermont, or where are you? New Hampshire?
Nope.
Maine?
Yep.
Rhode Island?
Nope.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing really good. You actually, when you got a hold of me, you said, I've just been talking to all my friends lately, so I'd love to have you on. And I was like,
oh, I wrote it wrong. I meant sports friends.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It made me laugh. It made me laugh. I know you meant sports and whatnot.
Right. Are you a sports fan? Do you care?
I am.
Yeah.
I grew up kind of like the second boy in my family. My dad he was a sports guy. We're a hockey family.
Yeah.
Love hockey. Have not been paying as much basketball attention. I apologize. I know the Celtics were good for a minute and then they weren't this season. They still are. Okay.
They're one of the top teams.
Okay.
In fact, it's either Cleveland or Boston that comes out of the East and goes to the championship this year. And the
Got it.
Celtics are so good they could repeat as champions. It's just that in the regular season, sometimes there's some bumps, especially after you won a championship. They are
Right.
good.
Well, I do know this. Every time I've been down in Boston, I will usually go to a Bruins game.
Mhm.
And then we look at Celtics tickets and we're like, who the heck is paying these
I know.
prices for the
Yeah.
They're so out of whack that we never go to a Celtics game. Now I guess I know why, because they are good.
I totally agree. Craigers has never paid for an NBA ticket. I get invited or I get comped because they're so expensive. And this
Yeah.
is the contradiction. And I've said to people, please don't tell Adam Silver this, the commissioner of the NBA.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay for a ticket, but I will pay whatever amount to get the NBA League Pass because I have to watch the games. And it's
Yeah.
reasonable. I mean, it's like it used to be $300. I think it's less now.
Okay.
For the whole season to watch all 82 of my Timberwolves games and the playoffs. It's just amazing.
I
So,
will
not
let
talking
Adam
sports.
know. Yeah, I'm telling Adam, don't watch this one.
Hey, did you have one more sports question? Did you have
Yeah.
a favorite hunky athlete growing up? Like that you
I
liked?
mean,
Joe
other than
Namath?
Larry
That's before
Bird.
your no. Did Joe Namath? That's way before your time.
Yeah.
No. Did Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Yeah, I was never a Tom Brady gal. I was more of I like the little guy. I like the Wes Welker. I
Oh
like the Julian Edelmans.
Oh,
right?
good for you. You know your
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stuff. I thought you were
Oh,
going to
so
say, I'm
gross.
not a Brady guy. I'm a Gronk guy. I thought you were
No, God bless him. But woof. Yeah. No.
So we have to catch up. I always think of the holidays when I think of you because you seem like someone who likes to celebrate the holidays.
Love.
First of all, how was your Thanksgiving? And did you have a great meal? Did you guys cook at home? Did you see your family? Did you go out for dinner? What'd you do?
Thanksgiving was wonderful. I wound up having a change of plans and stayed in Maine for Thanksgiving, which
Right.
is lovely. So I went down to my folks' place
Yeah.
and my mom cooks and we do everything.
Oh,
Oh, my mom's cooking is unreal. So everything from the stuffing to the potatoes to the green bean salad to the turkey. Oh my gosh, the gravy.
yeah.
My mom's gravy. I don't understand how are moms so good at gravy.
Butter, flour, grease.
So many rolls. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I think stuffing is the greatest part of Thanksgiving.
Me too.
The dressing, you can call it dressing, you can call
Yeah.
it stuffing. But when you said green bean salad, is it universal? Because sometimes you grow up and you think, oh, my mom makes her own salad that nobody else makes. But we had a green bean salad and it was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
But you put like a can of cream of mushroom soup
Sure.
over it. And then you put what are those fried onions called? Is that,
Fried
is that,
onions.
is
Yeah.
that, is that the normal way to make
Oh,
it?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's some might say white trash.
I was going to say white trash myself.
I say delightful. I
Right.
say if you're going to have veggies, let it be that. Let it be the most fattening of veggies possible.
By the
Yeah.
way, there's nothing wrong with white trash. Some of my
No.
viewers may fall into that category. Sorry.
You're so
What a bunch of snobs.
What a bunch of
East Coast,
elitists.
West Coast snobs.
gross.
By the way, do you miss LA? Do you miss the weather? Do you miss it or what?
I do not miss the weather because I am a fan of seasons,
Yeah.
and LA is just beautiful 24/7 and people love that. That's why people move there.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Los Angeles and
Mhm.
I was bored to tears of that weather. I like leaves changing. I'm looking outside right now, snow everywhere. I love winter. I do miss my friends quite a bit.
Right.
I miss a lot of aspects of Los Angeles, but the weather, shockingly, is not the top.
So how cold does it get? Does it get below, does it get below 20 degrees? Because 32 is freezing.
Mhm.
And I grew up in Minnesota and,
Yeah,
-7 and then the
Right.
wind chill and everything.
right.
So how cold does it get there?
There will be certain days where
Mhm.
it will be a wind chill of negatives in the morning,
Yeah.
but I'd say those are very few and far between. This winter, for the first time since I moved here, it's now been 4 or 5 winters, has been the snowiest, which has been amazing. I've been
Yeah.
enjoying it. On the coast, there doesn't tend to be a lot of snow, but there is this year, which has been enjoyable. I'd say mostly in the 30s
Oh,
is what
okay.
it is. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad. It's a
Yeah.
jacket, it's a scarf, it's mittens, it's
That's
cute
yeah.
outfits. Come on.
Well, for whatever reason, the people that grew up in Minnesota, my folks retired to Arizona,
Mhm.
and which is a desert, and it gets over 100 degrees in the summertime. But once you've experienced the cold of Minnesota, sometimes you just want to be somewhere where it's always warm. Now,
Mhm.
I do this. You say you get bored with the LA weather. I do something completely opposite because of my Minnesota background.
Yeah.
I walk outside and it's sunny, especially in January, February, or March, or whatever. And I say, Craig, don't ever take it for granted. This
Yeah.
weather is amazing
Mhm.
because of the wind in my face as an 8-year-old and getting sick and taking antibiotics and just, I love the weather in California. I love it.
You're allowed. You
Yeah.
absolutely are. But
Yeah.
I will forever be a fall girl. I
Yeah.
want to see the leaves changing. I want
Sure.
to get that first brisk air because people joke like, "Oh, how's your summer in Maine? What is it, 2 weeks?" No, it's like 3 months of boating and having fun and doing all that. I was like, "Oh, we get it."
The average
Yeah.
temperature year round in San Francisco is 57 degrees.
Mhm.
I used to live in Carmel. I go up there all the time. It's overcast,
Yeah.
foggy,
Mhm.
moody.
Yeah.
So that's as cold as I need.
Okay.
So we're not arguing out there for the white trash people watching. We're not arguing about which place is better to live.
Is this Jerry Springer all of a
Uh,
sudden?
um, so I have a lot. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm
Hmm.
going to jump. I never do this, but I'm going to jump ahead to the Life Gorgeous quiz because there's so many questions in there that might provoke a conversation.
Okay.
And one of the things I say is, well, the Life Gorgeous quiz is simple questions, profound insights. But I know I asked you in the past the sandwich question, but I don't remember your answer. And of course, I'm not going to research and look back.
No.
Do you remember that I asked you your top 3 sandwiches? I just want to
Yes.
know what your favorite one was.
Tuna melt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't remember. I have so many guests on, but I do
Right.
know that did you remember that tuna melt was in my top 3 or
I
not?
do remember that. And then I made you kind of question my sanity because I get a tuna melt without the cheese.
Oh,
So it's not really even a tuna melt. It's just
well,
kind
it's
of
still,
is.
yeah, it's obviously it's better with cheese, just like a lot of
Right.
things are. Pizza's better
Mhm.
with cheese, etc. But is it because you're dairy free or you don't like cheese?
Cheese does not like me as
Okay.
much, but that has since kind of changed as I've gotten older. I've been able to
Right.
tolerate more cheeses. I
Right.
just have never gone back to a full tuna melt, which
Yeah.
is interesting.
Well, the good news is it's still warm. The toast,
Mhm.
the toast, the
Yeah.
sourdough.
Mm.
But that's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you drop that bomb on me last time that you don't use cheese?
I feel like I did. I don't think
Okay.
I don't think I'd hold back on
Yeah.
that, quite frankly. I was ready just to bare my soul.
Um, so I'm staying with food because there's something
Okay.
going on in my personal life where a friend of mine and his wife are searching for a pizza place in LA,
Mhm.
and they're trying to be efficient with the spending. And they say, I want to get a pizza and maybe a couple beers, and she might get a glass of wine, and we want to keep it under $100.
Okay.
That's their challenge. And I like those kind of challenges. And I realize I'm not up on pizza because I don't eat a lot of carbs. I have gluten-free pizza, even though I love pizza.
Right.
But this is such a basic question. And I'm not sure the answer, though. I think it's a difficult answer. Do you prefer pizza or cheeseburgers? And of course, that was my question. And I know you don't
Oh.
have cheese, but
Oh, no,
hamburgers.
I eat pizza like you read about. I just need to, be somewhat close to home.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you like pizza
Love pizza. One of my favorite things. Yeah.
more so than a hamburger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so do you get is there pizza without cheese?
I think less cheese, like a margarita pizza tends
Yeah.
to be a little less
Yeah.
cheese,
Yeah.
but no, I'm gonna go a full pizza.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me cheese. Yeah.
Do you care about red meat? Do you like a steak now and then or not?
Love.
Interesting.
Love. Oh yeah. Give me a steak, give me a side of mushrooms, maybe put
Yeah.
some crab on top of that steak. Let's do it up. I want to do it. Yeah, I love steak. Steak is wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. I pick my spots with red meat. I'm kind of
Okay.
healthy. I eat a lot of salmon, but I
Yeah.
do enjoy steak.
Yeah.
But it's rare that I do it.
Okay.
Although I got a shipment from Omaha Steaks because they like my Instagram, and I still
Right.
have some in the freezer. But I'll tell you something. When I was younger,
Mm.
in my late 20s and early 30s, I would go to steakhouses, and again, not eat some. I'd order salmon a lot, but when I did order a steak, I did this, and I don't do it anymore. I haven't done it in years. Cajun marbled ribeye steak on the bone.
Oh.
Very fattening. The ribeye is more flavorful because it has more fat.
Sure.
Did you know that?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would do like a petite fillet and then you're like not getting much fat there, right?
Right. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Um, that's interesting about because I find hamburger. I eat healthy, but when
Mhm.
I sometimes will have hamburgers and fries.
There is something about a hamburger out that tastes so good. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. There's a place here that if I'm going to get a burger, I'm going to this place and I'm getting truffle fries with it.
Yeah.
I don't need a truffle fry. Who am I? But I'll
Yeah.
do it. I'll do it at this place for sure. Now I'm
When,
hungry.
when I was a kid, it's funny you say that hamburgers taste better out. My dad would make hamburgers on the grill, and
Yeah.
I was not savvy, or I didn't have an advanced palate. And I go, why isn't this as good as the one at McDonald's? Because they
Oh
had
no.
the pickles and stuff. But I think there was sugar in the bun, is my
Oh,
understanding. There was sugar
maybe.
in the
Yeah.
bun at McDonald's. But yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with Father's Office out here in Los
Sure.
Angeles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Real good.
they have
Real
a
good.
compote. They have a caramelized onion. What is that? They have a caramelized onion compote with gorgonzola cheese and arugula, and they're the best. They're my favorite hamburgers. They were voted
Yeah.
best years ago. Father's Office, amazing.
Father's Office, Apple Pan always had good burgers.
It's funny you say that. Haven't been
Is it?
there. Drove by. Haven't
Yeah.
been there in years.
Why did I think they closed?
I need an apple pie with a la mode.
Oof.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a private guy, pretty low key, and that includes when I'm on my laptop researching. I sometimes use incognito mode when I'm searching for French restaurants. I don't want anyone to know where I might be eating this evening. And I don't want anyone to know how many hours a day I spend searching for the perfect face cream. Yeah, I'm private. But guess what? Incognito mode does not hide your browsing history. All my online activity is still 100% visible to a bunch of third parties, unless you have ExpressVPN. Yes. Thank you, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN reroutes 100% of your traffic through secure encrypted servers so third parties can't see your browsing history. ExpressVPN hides your IP address. It's simple to use. Download the app and hit connect, and it works on all devices. I use it on my laptop and my cell phone. Now with ExpressVPN, I'm comfortable checking out different restaurants and making reservations. And sometimes when I'm being silly, I look up the height of popular actors. I don't want people to know that except for you, the loyal Life Gorgeous listeners. Protect your online privacy today by visiting expressvpn.com/Kilborn. That's expressvpn.com/Kilborn. And you can get an extra 4 months free. expressvpn.com/Kilborn. Proud of you.
Oh gosh.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done. I'm trying to think of that compote with the caramelized onions. There was something else with it, and I just can't remember what it was. But there's some real good burgers out here, and I rarely eat them. Eat them, you know?
Yeah.
I think I just like talking. It's like drinking. I don't drink like I used to. I like talking about it. Changing subjects. How do you, young Allie Mac Kay, how do you handle political arguments with friends and family?
Pretty easily.
Oh.
Yeah. I just go, I don't care.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, everybody has their opinion and I get it. And people just want you to agree with them. That's it. They don't want to have a dialogue. They don't want to see your side. They don't want to see my side. They just want to hear themselves talk and be agreed with. And I say to you, the ego of that, get over yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I'll do that. I'll just put my finger up and go, shh. I can't do it right now. Everyone is so insane. And I get it. We're in a very insane time right now. But posting every 2 minutes about how things are insane is making you cuckoo. Cut it out.
It's a very entertaining answer. So I got two things from your answer. The first one was, you don't participate. You just no, not listen. No. Exactly whatever you say, which is, but that's much different than going shh, which is saying, shut up or be quiet. I was raised, I couldn't say shut up, or we could say stifle, like Archie Bunker, or be quiet. Shh, zip it.
Okay.
So which one do you do? Do you do this one to some people? Shh, or do you say, yeah, exactly, I got to go?
I usually will tell people, I don't want to talk about it. We're not going to agree, or we are going to agree. And then what? And I understand as well that does come from a place of great privilege, that I'm able to be like, I don't want to hear it right now, because maybe something isn't affecting me as much as someone else at that point.
Right.
But I'm also a woman. And I can't.
Tell me about the podcast. You do the podcast with Bean, right?
Yes.
And you guys do that a couple times a week, or what?
3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday. Nope. We record Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, it comes out, and no politics. We made that decision day one. We were not going to talk about politics. We would be your place to go to, because we launched during COVID.
Right.
There was enough going on at that point. Right. I don't want to hear a rich guy living in London and a little blonde chick that was going to be moving to Maine. I don't want to hear their views all that much, So we made a conscious decision, and we have stuck with it. And I think it's why people have stayed, because it's their kind of comfy place to get away from mommy and daddy always fighting, Is
that easy for Bean not to talk politics?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, we both have very strong views. Absolutely. We just don't feel the need to get into it.
Good discipline.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
I was raised not to talk politics. So I say I'm an apolitical icon, live above the political fray.
Okay.
And
classy.
I have friends that I can talk to if I need to, but tell people who Bean is, so the people who don't know.
Bean is he's an amazing broadcaster. He was on K-Rock on the Kevin and Bean show for 30 years.
Yeah.
He has been a broadcaster for most of his life. He's in 2 radio halls of fame. He's so knowledgeable about so many things. He's like a Renaissance man. He knows fun facts about everything, especially music. He's just so well read. He watches a ton of TV. For a man of his age, who is in his 60s, he stays so current on everything. Like you can have a conversation with him like you're a Gen Zer and have a
wow.
very normal conversation instead of being like, why does grandpa know that much? It's phenomenal. He's so smart and he's lovely. And he now lives in England.
I thought he lived there. I thought he jumped to New Orleans and England and all that.
He did. He went to England, went back to New Orleans. Now he's back in England.
And why is that?
He's on the run. I'm convinced. I am convinced. The man moves more than anyone in the world, but he had moved back to New Orleans for a family thing for his wife's mom. And now he is back in England.
And he's a tall man, correct?
Yeah. I think he's about 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah. Tall, lanky fella.
Yeah.
You should have him on. I bet he'd love to talk to you.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing because, he's the kind of guy I'd love to hear his favorite movies and different books and opinions on different actors and music. I can talk music, but I like talking to guys that are hardcore music guys, because I have an ear. I think I have an ear. I mean, I had Elvis Costello on the show and I love him. And I talked to him backstage about one of his songs. And I was like, what about if you did that? And I don't write music. I just said, what if you repeated the chorus again though? Cause I love the chorus so much. And it's just kind of funny that I'm passionate, but the people who know music, they like when I talk to them about music. Cause I can talk a little jazz and I can also talk, I listened to soul music growing up. And then there's the rock and roll.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to talk to Bean. He knows every genre. He'll have little tidbits to throw in.
Yeah. Well, I have friends that are opinionated, and I will bring that up to him about my friend who has a problem with Paul McCartney and my friend who loves Lou Reed and has a problem with Bowie and all this kind of stuff. And he'll say some, but there was one other question I had about him. No, when you said he's up on all this stuff. So I sometimes joke that I could care less. I'm not a pop culture groupie. I don't care about being part of the zeitgeist. I like classic film and all that kind of stuff, but that's admirable if he can stay up on all that stuff.
Oh yeah. He has his finger on the pulse. Like it used to be on Kevin and Bean, if we could bring something up that he hadn't heard yet, Kevin and I were high-fiving each other because it was so rare that Bean either hadn't heard about it or hadn't then developed 18 different thoughts about it at the same time. So yeah, if there's something that goes on in the world that he doesn't know about, it's shocking.
What's his full name for the people out there?
Gene Bean Baxter.
Okay. Gene Baxter.
Baxter.
G-E-N-E.
G-E-N-E. Yes.
Okay. And here's one of the transitions. Gene Hackman. Favorite Gene Hackman movie? Take your time.
Yeah, there's been so many.
Now, is this a thing? Like, does Bean say, "Oh, Allie doesn't know Gene Hackman movies"?
I know Gene.
Something? Would he say? Does he make fun of you if you don't know? And it's okay because there's so many things I haven't seen. I've never seen The Karate Kid, or I've never seen. Why are you making a face?
That's crazy.
I've never seen an episode of Friends. Yeah, but I can name some Gene Hackman movies.
Hoosiers.
Yeah,
loved it. Great
That's
movie.
A good one.
Yeah.
Mississippi Burning was very good. Obviously French Connection I enjoyed. I don't know if I have a favorite. I do like The Firm. He has a smaller role in that, but he's great. He's
that
great.
movie was tense. It's a tense movie. I like these kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. I'm enjoying this.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 movie franchises. And the one is the Daniel Craig version of James Bond. Then you have Matt Damon, Jason Bourne, and then you have Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Of those 3, do you have a favorite?
I love Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise movies. I love Mission Impossible. But I also love Casino Royale. And I love that man, and he's so handsome. But I also love hearing that man say, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
I love that. This is hard.
Thank you. And by the way, when you
Yeah.
just said about Jason Bourne, I get bored with car chases, but I know
Mhm.
young men like car chases.
Sure.
But when they get mad at it's Bourne. It's like what you just said
Yeah.
about it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Or when he says, Pamela Landy, you look tired, and she looks back, like
Yeah.
he's spying on her.
It's good.
So it is a tough one. I
Yeah.
appreciate all three.
Mhm.
What I will say is I grew up watching Bond. I
Yeah.
just rewatched Spectre the other night with Christoph Waltz.
Mhm.
And I think I have a soft spot for Bond and Daniel Craig, but
Okay.
it took me a while. And now the Jason Bourne movies I just watch over and over again. And I think I didn't watch them because there was zero comedy and there's a little cheekiness with the Bond movies.
Right.
And now I really like the Jason Bourne movies, but I think it's more for the people, the Brian Coxes and the other people. Tommy Lee Jones was in the one that was made in 2016. And I like those people getting really frustrated with Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
So you can't really choose one. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think I can, quite frankly.
Yeah.
All are good. But I will say this, they got really mad at me back in the day on Kevin and Bean because I had not seen a James Bond movie yet.
Oh.
And so I said, fine, I'll do it. And I started with Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me more. Yeah.
Loved.
Yeah.
Loved. Like, are you kidding? Goldfinger, which most people are like, come on. Goldfinger ruled.
I remember saying to a big movie producer, when Goldfinger comes on, I have to watch it. And he goes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his name because he's a controversial producer, but Goldfinger is as good as it gets. And so, to me, Sean Connery's the best. And I really like Daniel Craig. The other guys were fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Connery
So
was really good. He was
when
really
he
good.
is out at the pool and he's with that woman and he pats her on the ass and he's like, go get us a drink. And she just kind of walks away. I'm like, man, life was so good back then. Right.
Now, are you joking or what? Because some people would say, some women would say the opposite.
I know. Yeah. I am joking, but I also laugh so hard at that. And I was like, oh, that was so normal.
Yeah.
That was so normal.
No, I mean, it's hilarious.
Hilarious.
You remember, have you ever been in a bathing suit at a pool and someone patted you and said, go get me a drink?
Me? No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But if that happened now, I think I would laugh about it just as hard as I did when I watched Goldfinger.
Okay.
But then I'd be like, this guy's going to die.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have to murder him. But very funny.
Okay. I think I asked you this before and I don't care. But I want to hear it again. Mm-hmm. Rank your top 3 sitcoms of all time. Did I ask you that?
Oh gosh.
I think I may have asked you your favorite sitcom, but I didn't say your 3 because I actually have written down here 3 or 5, but I don't know if you can name your 5 favorites.
I'm going to tell you this, Craig, and I'm not kidding. A week and a half ago, I fell in my driveway on the ice and I hit my head.
Yeah.
And I swear I've become so much dumber. And I cannot remember, like you just said your top 3 TV shows. And I was like, do I own a TV? I don't even remember. Yeah. Like my brain is scrambled right now.
Have you gone to the doctor?
No, because here's the thing. I took the brunt of the fall on my noggin. I'm well aware I was concussed.
Yeah.
What can they do other than say, hey, you have a concussion?
You have to sit out. You can't play for a while. You can't play football for about a week or so.
And I haven't. I'll tell you that. But yeah, why would I go to the emergency room, fork over that money for them to say, come back if you start throwing up, if your vision gets bad in a couple days? No. So I waited it out, but I have gotten, I'd say, continually dumber, like throughout the days. And I said to Bean, I'm like, am I dumber? And he's like, hard to tell, quite frankly, which was delightful.
So that's funny.
So
Um,
TV
when
is what you're
when
saying.
when we were growing up, I said the words we couldn't say. We couldn't say hate or shut
Mhm.
up. And
Okay.
my parents said, don't say dumb or stupid. So
Okay.
we would say, you know, space cadet or
Right.
dim-witted
Okay.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'll just name some sitcoms because you seem
Dumb.
no, you
Dim-witted.
seem the ones I think you were going to name ones that I hadn't seen. Like
Like
I don't
I
watch How You Met Your Mother. I never watched that,
right.
or Friends. But my favorite is Frasier.
Okay.
Most
Love
people love
Frasier.
Seinfeld, which is
Mhm.
considered the greatest.
Yeah.
So I don't know any of those.
See, I think of TV shows and I'm thinking more recently and
Mm.
maybe I'm thinking more streamer type things. And then I go to Fleabag.
Okay,
Fleabag is maybe it's definitely top 5
okay,
television shows of all
that's what
time.
I want to hear.
Yes.
I've
So
never
I would
seen it. I've never seen it. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Okay,
brilliant.
yeah.
So funny, so well done. There is a a British show that 8 people have seen, but people over there have seen it called Man Down. And it
Okay,
stars a man named Greg Davies that is so funny and it's
right,
so dumb. I love
right.
that show. I love British dumb humor. So
Did you like the original Office with
I
Ricky
did.
Gervais?
I
Yes.
did, but I'm not one of those people that's like, it was so much better than the
Right.
American Office. I love the American Office. I
Yeah.
love Parks and Rec.
Okay. There you
Um,
go. Now you're
those
going. I don't think
okay,
you
now,
fell.
yep.
I
Boom,
think you
boom.
made it up. I think you made up
Okay.
the fall.
All right. Now we're talking real stuff. Recently shows that I love though. Diplomat.
Yeah. Yeah. So I haven't seen it. Princess Cherry watches it. We're
Gosh.
now, and by the way, as I've gotten older, I don't watch comedies anymore. I
Ooh.
watch,
Okay.
well, the one I watch a lot, and I just rewatched it for the third time, and it's going to be ending soon, is Bosch, which is the
Hmm.
LA cop, Titus Welliver, who's a great
Right.
actor. Um, Slow Horses, Gary Oldman.
Heard it's wonderful. Haven't
Pretty good.
gotten to it yet. Yeah,
Pretty
I've heard
good.
it's great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
Shrinking. Did you watch that?
nope.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso. You had to have watched that.
Watch the first episode.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And you know what's you let people down when you haven't seen it or you didn't catch
Yeah.
on to it. But I push Bosch because of the rhythm of the storytelling,
Hmm.
and he's such a good actor. But I did watch, and I watched a little bit of Succession. I watched a little bit of Billions,
Hmm.
but I like those. I want to like those, but that's why I tend to watch movies more than series. I'll watch espionage.
Yeah.
I'll watch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo with Daniel Craig.
Okay.
Great movie.
He's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch shows, say, on like the History Channel?
Well, the thing that comes to mind is I watch, this is kind of funny, but I'm a Churchill fan.
Okay.
So I watch documentaries on Churchill, and I watch the
Okay.
World War II documentaries, not specifically on the History Channel, but tell me what you're thinking. What do you watch?
I don't know anyone that watches this, so I have no one to talk to about this. It is
Okay.
a show called Food That Built America.
Oh,
And they take different things each episode.
corn.
Peanut butter.
Okay.
So they'll go through Peter Pan, Skippy, and the whole rise of that. TV dinners, Swanson, Stofers, all things that you never really think about. But the last episode I watched, which there are 6 seasons, by the way, 6 seasons of this, was Food That Built America. And it was basically about movie theater type foods. And it was essentially the rise of concession stands and how it all started in movie houses through vending machines. And it wasn't popcorn, it was Milk Duds,
Yeah.
Raisinets,
Yeah.
Snow Caps. It is fascinating when they take you through and you see these 20-year-old guys with just a dream. It all started with one guy at a movie theater. It was like, hey, talk to the guy that owned the theater. Any way I could just maybe sell some popcorn to people, that type of thing. It is fascinating to me.
It reminds me of a movie with Michael Keaton called Founder, and it was the beginning of McDonald's.
McDonald's, yes.
And it was fascinating to hear how he was selling shake machines, and then he stumbled upon the guys that had the first McDonald's out here in Southern California, and they were really efficient, and he couldn't believe that they had the burgers so quickly wrapped in paper and you sat down. But I'm not a junk food guy, but I do like those kind of stories about how it's like, well, do you remember the old commercial? Hey, you drop peanut butter in my chocolate. You drop chocolate in my peanut butter. And that's
Two
how they
great tastes
invented
that taste great together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the invention of these things and the creation is fascinating. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, it's great. The whole thing with the Milk Duds was this guy was in Chicago. He was trying to be the next big thing other than, Hershey's in Pennsylvania, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And he came up with, he had little caramel, and he wanted a perfect little sphere. He just wanted it to be a perfect circle. But once they put the milk chocolate on it, it would kind of dissipate. It wasn't staying in its true form.
Right.
So years he tried doing this, and finally he's like, this is just a dud. Milk? It's so dumb. And I was like, how did it take you years, sir? So it's just those kind of shows. I realize I need to leave my house.
Yeah.
I can sit there and just watch those for hours.
That's hilarious.
Love them. Yeah.
Do you, speaking of leaving the house, do you exercise? Do you hike?
I do.
Yeah.
I hike, I snowshoe, snowshoeing a ton. I love that. That tends to be my outside workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you're in shape on your Instagram. You look like you're in good shape. I saw a picture of you in jeans, and you look like you're in shape.
Thank you. Yeah. I was posting a pair of these jeans that I thought people would be happy to know are under $40 from Bass Pro Shops. But instead, people were just like, why don't you eat? Why are your legs so skinny? I'm like, I have gymnast legs. I have thick little legs. I'm 5'2". So I think they look smaller.
Right.
I don't know.
Were you an athlete in high school?
I was.
You were a gymnast, in fact?
Oh, I was a gymnast growing up, but then I played tennis. I played softball. I swam. I think we talked about that before. I loved swimming, have been swimming since I was 2, and then realized that the swim team had to do 6 a.m. Swim practice, which when you live 40 minutes from your school, that ain't cute. So I did not do swim team in high school. I think I did for 2 months and then said, I need to sleep. So but I was an athlete all growing up.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Sports was great. My childhood was sports and comedy, and with a ventriloquist doll thrown in.
Why not?
And a couple magic books. But you go through stages of that, right?
Yeah.
We all go through stages.
No, people don't really go through stages with a ventriloquist, but I respect it. And I'm glad that your parents were into it. Just, that's Craig.
So
do it.
Can I tell you the name of the ventriloquist doll? We got it from the Sears Christmas catalog. And then I renamed him.
Oh, is that allowed?
Okay.
I mean,
I wanted to make it my own. I didn't want it to be a brand,
Okay.
Danny O'Day.
Oh, okay. And you hate the Irish.
He had a string in the back of his neck. And I renamed him Lenny Carr, Carr, Lenny Carr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Lenny Carr is just inherently funnier?
I don't know. I mean, I was just 8 years old or 9 years old when I did it. So I don't know where I came up with Lenny Carr. I'm not saying it's great, by the way.
Was there Laverne and Shirley out then? Is that where you might have gotten Lenny?
Maybe. And I didn't watch that. I watched Happy Days, but you're right. Wow. It probably was. That's probably where I got Lenny from. Yeah.
You didn't watch Laverne and Shirley?
Did not watch it. Yeah. I'm peculiar. I watch different things.
Interesting.
I mean, Saturday night, when I think I'm a couple years older than you, but anyway, I watched on Saturday night, Mary Tyler Moore, All in the Family.
Mm-hmm.
It was, Bob Newhart. Yeah. Sitcom heaven right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was a different generation. So I was definitely. I love Laverne and Shirley. I love
Yeah.
What's Happening. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
I watched it. Yeah. Not, I
Raj and
didn't
the
watch it.
rerun.
I'm aware of it. Yeah.
Train.
Yeah. I like, did you watch Good Times with Jimmy Walker?
I did. That was the same type. I think one right after the other. It might have been What's Happening into Good Times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Did you guys have Creature Feature Night where on a Friday or Saturday night in the summer where they had horror movies 3 in a row, including Curse of the Werewolf with Oliver Reed? No?
No, but that sounds real fun.
Yeah, in Minnesota, they had Creature Feature Night. You tried to stay up and
Wow.
watch 3 horror films in a row. It
Wow.
were the Hammer films with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
And then there was the one, because I remember Oliver Reed, the alcoholic that he was in Curse of the Werewolf.
Mm.
So
What about Croft's Superstars on Saturday morning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sid and Marty Croft, right?
Sid and Marty Croft. Brilliant, brilliant men. What were they on? What were they on making us watch those shows, right? Dr. Shrinker, the Bugaloos.
The Bugaloos.
Yeah, In the Air and Everywhere. What were the other ones? Obviously, HR Puff and Stuff.
Bingo. Yeah, that was a good one.
I mean, those were the best. My favorite, though, I think we might have, did we talk about it? I don't know. My favorite was Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And Johnny and Scott are friends because he looked like coleslaw. And I love that about him.
You grew up in LA where they made all these shows.
Yeah.
Did that register with you that they were making them a few blocks from your house? No.
No. And it's interesting because I grew up with stars and like a lot of my friends' parents were celebrities and stuff like that. But it never occurred to me that that wasn't normal everywhere. Yeah. I thought everybody's parent was a celebrity or everybody's best friend had to leave school that day because they just got a commercial and they had to go shoot it. That was just normal as an LA kid.
Was the Brady Bunch a big deal to you? Yeah.
I love the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
I love the Brady Bunch and I was weird about it. Like Partridge Family, no time. I have no time for those singing a-holes. Give me the Bradys. It was weird, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think you were one or the other growing up.
I didn't watch the Partridge Family. There was something wholesome about the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
And we watched that. You probably haven't seen this. Father Knows Best. I used to watch. He called his daughter Princess. I like that. Aww. And then there was Star Trek. There was the science fiction stuff. My brother and I were really into Star Trek.
Okay.
And my brother wanted to be like Spock, and he is. He's emotionless, and we like that.
Does he know that?
Yeah, he thinks it's a compliment. He doesn't have a temper.
Okay.
Very logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's about being perfect. No.
All right. Very well.
That is fun. Yeah. The childhood. Yeah. I trying to think if there's anything. You ever have floats, ice cream floats when you're growing up where you take some vanilla ice cream and you pour orange soda over it and get like
orange soda or root beer. Yeah.
Root beer float. Famous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, young lady, I have more questions, but I'm going to save it for next time because I want to stay focused, but I got excited to kind of jump all over the place. And I'm excited about maybe having Bean on in the future. Is there an issue with the time difference or not? How do you guys do that?
Well, we record at 7 a.m. my time. So I feel like that wouldn't be great for you since it would be 4 a.m. your time.
Wait. Oh, I see.
Yeah. But if you were to do something like this, if you recorded it's only 5 hours for me, so 8 hours for you, as long as it wasn't before, 8 o'clock at night, because daddy needs to sleep,
right?
Type of thing. Yeah.
How's the connection?
Wonderful. Yeah.
No, there's no delay or anything.
No delay. No. Cool. Yeah.
Great to catch up.
You too, Craig.
You had some funny lines in there, and I didn't. The one about slapping slapping a girl, and you started laughing. I don't know. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Just
if
made
you
me
were,
laugh.
if you found it funny or disgusting or both, and it was just like,
More funny than
yeah,
disgusting.
uh,
Much more funny than disgusting,
yeah,
actually. Yeah.
yes. Great to see you.
You too.
That's our show. I want to thank the lovely Allie Mac Kay. Proud of you. We'll see you next time. And remember, young people, I'm proud of you as well.
Mm.